Hi, I'm Emma from ePilates Online. Today I'll be taking you through a tutorial that will help you check for diastasis. So that's when you have separation of the abdominal wall. Now this is a common condition that can arise during or after pregnancy. It's when your front abdominal muscles, we call them the rectus abdominal muscles, they kind of sit down the front. It's actually your six pack and we all have one, don't worry, it's under there. It starts to split. Now this can occur for many reasons. It can happen while you're pregnant, your body has to allow space for the baby and this area may be tight and not able to stretch and open. This can occur during labor as well. So the normal separation width for the rectus abdominal muscles is about 1 to 2 fingers wide. Now we measure with our finger width. So that usually comes back naturally with a little bit of help, of course, from some deep abdominal work, as long as you're not doing anything that will make it worse. But if you start to get 3 to 4 fingers in width in your diastasis, then this is when you really need to do specific work to get that back. Now, it's very important that if you have a diastasis that you do not do any flexion, so curling forward of the upper abdominal muscles, flexing your body forward. This is only going to exacerbate the split in the abdominal wall. So that even includes if you're rolling up out of bed, coming up from the couch. So always be mindful of how you're moving in day-to-day life as well. Today we're going to check how wide, if any, your separation is. So we'll be looking at the split with the finger width distance. Now, some separation of the abdominal wall occurs above the belly button, below the belly button. We're going to check all areas and just make sure when you're checking that it is 3 to 4 days after giving birth. It's no sooner because the muscles are still very supple and you won't get a true indication of your separation. So let's begin. Lying on your side first. So anytime you get up and down, you have to lie on your side so that you're not flexing and then roll onto your back. So flexion of the spine and curling forward like we were just discussing is anything where you lift the chest up. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Now, when you're lying, have your legs about hip distance apart. So you'll find 2 bony hip bones at the front of your pelvis. That's the hip bone area we want to line the feet up with, not the outside of your hip area. When you're checking for diastasis, you can go directly below the belly button to begin. So again, with your fingers in horizontal plane, you're going to press the fingers into your belly. Now you'll get a true indication when you lift the head off the mat, only the head, no further up. So we want to avoid flexion, remember, to make it worse. So lifting the head is going to give you an indication of where it's at. What you'll notice if you have separation is if you can press your fingers down into your stomach. If there's nothing stopping you there. So you will notice, is it 1 finger, 2, and even go in half fingers, 3 or 4 fingers in width. Now that's just below the belly button. You can also check further down and again do the same, lift the head up. Now my stomach is just pushing my fingers away, so there's nothing, I'm not able to get my fingers down, but you may. So just be mindful of also how deep it's going, just for your own benefit to notice. So you can talk width and depth as well. Go up above the belly button now and just lift the head. And then you can also try kind of up between the ribs as well. And just notice how it is in each of those areas.
Remember, lie to the side to come up.
Now, the other thing you need to remember is not to do any extension work. So that is when you're lying on your tummy, you want to avoid too much of this. So anytime you're arching like this, you can pull apart the separation even more. So you basically have to think about the whole time, you want to be closing this area. Because this area now, if you have the separation, is not in its usual place. So for example, the muscles down the center are not sitting down the center, they're widened apart. They have a weakness. Anytime you have a weakness in a muscle, it's not going to activate as well. So that can then lead to pain, maybe back pain or just other muscles taking over the work that those muscles should be doing. For example, your obliques down the side, if your front abdominal muscles, your rectus abdominal muscles are not working as they should be because of the separation, the side oblique muscles will probably be taking over. And then that will just lead to patterning that your body gets used to, and it can lead to more issues. So we always want to restore the separation and not do activities that are going to make it worse. So it's essential that you focus on repairing your separation slowly from the inside out before you go and do other exercise. Now, there's good news, it's easy to get it back. If you really focus on the work and you're consistent and you're not doing anything that's going to make it worse, then you should have really good success. I've had clients of mine go from 4 finger down to 1.5 finger in less than 5 weeks. So it's possible. Work at it and make sure you follow the program and you should get the results that you need. Thank you.